Hi everyone, this is Michael Sanders from the Michael Sanders Go See Show.
Hi!
And here we and today's lovely Go See, energetic, I think this is too loud, maybe I'll turn it down the volume now, is Anastasia
Chekry.
Wicked from Silent Models and also from Outer or Inner Mongolia.
Yes, alright.
Which one? Is it Outer Mongolia or Inner Mongolia?
Out of, but
Outer
not
Mongolia.
far. Yes.
That's amazing. What's the name of the town that you were born in?
It's really small, maybe you don't know, but the name is Prokopievsk.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's complicated, but it's really small city, but the nature is great and they have mountains with a lot of snow and it's super nice.
Is it wild?
No, it isn't.
It's not wild.
No.
Is it? What kind of city is it? What does it do? What is it known for? Why is the town there?
Oh, because it's like my grandparents, they're still there and they have their like job, and my sister, she lives there as well. So, but it's really nice place. But maybe not to live, but just to visit for a few days.
Okay, so what are your parents' names? What do they do?
My father is businessman, but
Okay.
he's living in Moscow with my mother, and I'm living in Moscow as well. We moved when I was maybe 4 years old.
So would you consider yourself a Muscovite first and then a Mongolian second? Or are you really a Mongolian girl who's moved to Moscow?
Yeah, I think second one.
You really do?
Yeah, I was born there, like, and after we moved, so
Gosh, I like that.
nice.
Patriotic to your town. So do you remember it? You were too young to remember it.
Yeah, I was too young, but I remember that it was always cold, and it was really hard to go out to, like, because then you can't breathe on the street, and it's so
Wow.
weird. Like, yeah,
That cold.
yeah,
Jesus. And it's near to China and Asia.
yeah.
And so that would maybe account for some of the way that you look?
Maybe, yeah, I think so, because I'm not like traditional Russian girl with blue hair, eyes and blonde hair.
hair.
Yeah, so, but I'm happy about that because it's a mix, it's interesting, and yeah, I'm happy.
Do you have siblings? Brothers and sisters?
I have like not my own like brother, sister, my mother's sister, brother.
Your mother's
Sister, son and daughter.
So
Is
that
it-
would be, you would be their aunt.
Yeah.
So you have, what are they called? You have not cousins, but you have nieces and nephews.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, but you were an only child. This is very significant.
Yes, I am.
Were you the princess and treated as such?
I think so, yeah. My room was always pink, and my parents are taking care of me. And my first trip was to Hong Kong, and we went together with my father. So they, of course, it was so hard for my mom and for my father as well to. Then they understand that I'm alone in another city and we're not together. But now it's easier because they can see that I'm happy, that I'm really like what I'm doing, and yeah, they're proud of me.
Were you lonely growing up, being an only child?
What?
Were you lonely? Did you miss having siblings?
Yes, I really ask my mom all time for all of my birthdays. Like, please, mom, I want to have a sister or brother.
Is that right?
Yeah, but yeah, maybe.
Did you develop certain other things because you had to? Or were your parents like I am, and my wife is to our daughter, a bit like the entertainment? Were you, in other words, were you interacting more with adults because you lived with two adults?
Yeah.
There weren't any other children around?
I had a lot of friends at school, and yeah, it was nice. I talk a lot with I have a friend, she's from my school, and we're like, she's my best friend for 15 years.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
So, what was it like growing up in Moscow?
I can say that Russia is really different. Sometimes I don't like how it's like the atmosphere there, because people are different and they're always they can't say what they want. So like if they see like you have a nice jacket or something, they can't say like, oh, that's nice, where is this from, like in New York. It can be like everywhere in metro stations, like a lot of people say, oh, nice boots or nice jacket, but in Moscow they're like, they can't say it. I don't know why. It's
So
like,
you're saying they are not friendly and open
yeah, I think
as
so.
a breed, as a generalization.
Yeah, they're not free, like they can't say what they want. That's
Right.
the problem.
Okay, so did you feel constricted growing up in Russia then? Did you feel that you couldn't necessarily be yourself totally?
Maybe I can say it, but yeah, I'm happy that it happened, like, because my mom, and she always went with me to swimming pool, to dancing, like drawing, and I tried everything.
You're
like,
so lucky.
Yeah.
What were the things that you enjoyed the most out of all of that?
I like
Platter.
dancing.
Platter of possibilities you were offered as a child. You liked to dance.
Yes.
What kind of dance was it?
It was street jazz, hip hop, and tap, and
Oh,
I
yeah?
tried a lot of styles. Yeah.
From quite an early age?
Yeah.
Because dance is actually something taken quite seriously in Russia.
Yeah, but it wasn't like a ballet. It was like just a studio.
Fun.
Yeah, and in New York I found an amazing place. The
You
name
did.
is Broadway Dance Center.
Wicked.
Yeah, it's so cool, and I tried voguing. That's my first time there.
Oh,
and
that's so good. I
love it
can
a
see you being a
lot.
great voguer.
Yeah, I love it a lot. It's I feel that it's really my style. And
That's so amazing.
yeah.
Okay, so what kind of child were you? And what's your star sign? What's your zodiac sign?
I'm always at school. I was like perfect, and I have a gold medal after this.
So you were a good student?
Yeah.
In every subject?
Yes, every subject for 11 years I studied.
You were the top of the class?
Yeah.
Now, how did that happen? Is that natural and built into you? The need to work hard and to achieve? Were you taught it? Or is it something intrinsic to who you are?
I think it's my nature. Like I don't want to like to be always like perfect, but I don't know. It happens. Like I get only like the
Yes.
best marks, and it was good. It's cool. So.
Okay, and that's so nice. You're lucky then, aren't you? But were you hardworking as well? Mm-hmm. You worked hard as well?
You mean there? Like,
You actually worked hard to
Yeah.
get the...
yeah.
You applied yourself. You were
Yeah.
diligent. You were
Yeah.
conscientious.
For example, in New York, I'm doing workouts every day. And sometimes
Oh, I
like at
see.
7 a.m. or
Oh,
like
wow, you're
very
disciplined.
morning.
Anastasia. So you weren't taught this by your parents, you're saying? It's just who you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you're so lucky. Okay, so what was your zodiac sign? Is there any insight we can glean from your astrology? When were you born? What's your star?
Capricorn.
You're a Capricorn.
Yeah. Maybe that's why.
That's probably, well, apparently they are incredibly diligent and hardworking and ambitious to achieve their goals.
Yeah.
So that's it. You're true to your sign. Okay, so tell me about how you were as a little girl in terms of the way you looked, how you appreciated yourself, or how did you feel about how you were in the mirror and what kind of face was coming back at you? Did you like the way you looked?
Yeah, I think so. I really can say that sometimes I'm really proud of myself that what I'm doing, and I feel that I can be like motivation for some people because it's really important for me. Then some girls, they checked my like post on Instagram and they said that, oh, I went to the gym, I want to be like you are eating healthy, you are doing a lot
Wow.
of sport, and it's really important for me that people can.
That's so great that you're a role model.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. So, did you think you were pretty growing up?
I think so.
You thought you had a good, healthy self-image,
Yeah.
good self-esteem.
Yeah, and I really feel it, and I'm looking different in New York because it's a lot of options that I can go. Yeah, and I'm really enjoying to stay there, and I hope to base in New York all time.
You do.
Yeah, I really love this city, and I feel that it's mine. So.
Okay. So tell me about how you started in modeling. What was the beginning of this journey? So what happened? How were you scouted?
It was in Moscow,
Yeah.
in the dance studio.
Oh, you were dancing?
Then I danced. The booker, she saw me and asked like, "Oh, do you want to be a model?" And I said, "Why not? Why? Yeah, of course I want to try. It's interesting."
How old were you?
I'm 20.
How old were you then when you were...
14.
You were 14 when
Yeah.
you were scouted.
Yeah.
And did it seem natural that this person would single you out to be a model? Were you excited? How did you take it?
Yeah, I was super happy. It's good experience, I thought. But first of all, I wanted to be an actress.
You
And
did.
I thought that it's like something similar. But yeah, after I understand that I want to be more model than actress. And yeah, that's why I started to.
So when was the first time that you were aware, growing up, and at what age, of fashion? Full stop. Did your mother have fashion magazines in the house?
Not really.
So were you aware of how people dressed and all that? How did that come to you? Or was it from doing the job itself that you understood?
Yeah, I think it was during the job. Yeah, I just saw how it looks like in the magazines, and I tried to copy it. And after I'm trying to do it by myself and have my own style. So
Right. And so how did you want to be an actress? How did that come, that idea, to you?
well, since I was like 10 years maybe or 8, I just saw some movies and and I saw that it's really interesting than the people like taking part of this amazing like movies, and yeah, I really want to be inside, like
Yes, you wanted to be over there doing that.
yeah.
And do you remember what the movie was particularly that you saw or that would have inspired you at the time? Do you remember?
I don't know. It was like a Russian movie. It's the long, like every day. It's like the new short
Episode?
Yeah, episode.
A
Yeah,
short film. So this was at the cinema or on television?
I think.
It was a telefilm?
Yeah.
It was television?
Yeah.
You saw this on the television?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember what it was about? Was it modern? Was it a period piece?
Yeah, it was something about like something funny, like comedy or.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like that here I know that you have Friends or something.
Yes.
And in Russia we have another
An
one.
equivalent. So it was that kind of
Yeah.
thing. It was a
Yeah.
comedy series
Yeah.
that you
yeah,
liked.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I don't know why, but it's just like, oh, I want to
Yeah.
be like there.
Fine.
So that's fine.
okay, so the booker approached you. Who was this person? And tell me about all of that. The sequence of events from it was a woman?
Yeah, it was a woman. She was a model before.
She was.
Yeah, and after she started to find the girls, and she worked in the agency, and she said that
She gave you a number.
Yeah, she gave me a number. After of course, I talked with my parents. For
You
a
went
long
home.
time.
You were
Yeah.
really excited.
Yeah, I was super happy.
Yeah.
And I explained to my parents that maybe it's good to try something else, and they said, okay, why not? Let's try. But we wait maybe 1 week, and after we called, and they said like, let's work, let's
That's
do
so
it.
cool.
Yeah.
So you were at school,
Yeah.
and what were you thinking of doing after school? You would go to university.
Yeah.
What would you study?
Fashion design.
Oh, okay.
I think because I like drawing.
Oh, no, not now.
Not now.
Back then, when you were 14, what did you want to do?
Yeah, fashion design.
It was fashion design?
Yeah.
Before you were scouted?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. So even before then, you knew about fashion?
A little bit, yeah.
Enough to want to design it?
I didn't know that what I really want to do, but I thought that I want something for like there I can just show my personality, and there I can create something new. And that's why I thought about like fashion design.
Had you drawn as a kid? Were you drawing things and creating things two-dimensionally? Or not?
No, I didn't study in like drawing school, but I studied with the teacher just for myself, for just relaxing. And after I thought that, it's interesting, maybe.
Yeah, I love that attitude. Okay, so at what point did you realize that you were a model that you could be a successful one, that you could actually do this for a living and make a career out of it? At what point along, after being scouted? So the first job was what? Do you remember?
I think it was for the Russian designer. It was a fashion week in Russia, and I took part in this show. But I remember my feeling that I was super afraid because it's like a lot of lights, a lot of people, but it was really amazing. And then I went to the runway. I feel like I'm a queen, I'm a beautiful
Oh my
princess.
God, there you go.
And I thought, oh, yes, I want to do it.
Princess Anastasia. It was meant to be.
No, I really remember the feelings, the first feelings on the runway. So it's
And that was exciting.
Yeah, it was exciting.
That's so good. So was it at that point that you knew this is it? I'm a model and I can be great at this?
Yeah.
Do you prefer walking or shooting?
I really don't know because it's totally different. I like the time that it's Fashion Week because it's really crazy.
Energy.
You should run around the city, drama, a lot of castings, fittings, and shows, and it's super amazing. And if you like it, you really enjoy it, and it works. And the shootings is different. It's more quiet, more chill. You can like take rest, but in the pictures you can show everything what you have, like your personality and how you're how you feel this clothes, how you want to show this outfit, and it's nice. I can't say what I prefer because I like both.
And you consider yourself very good at this. Would you give yourself an A at school for modeling? Remember, you were the A student. Do you think you're as good at modeling as you were at math?
I didn't think that, but then I start and people said that, oh, you look great, the pictures are nice, and they said that they like it. It was important for me, and I started to enjoy it and have fun, and I think
you're good now.
Yeah. I'm happy, but I'm
You're happy.
Yes.
You're happy. That's the main thing.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so what's the dream job? Oh, let's get to there first. So you went from Moscow to Paris?
No, first trip was to Hong Kong.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and after I went to Paris, and after Paris was New York and Fashion Week and also
Oh yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite of the three main cities?
New York.
Really?
Yes, that's for sure.
Oh no, for Fashion Week.
For
Specifically
Fashion Week.
for Fashion Week. Not as a city to live in.
Not London.
Not London for Fashion Week.
No. It's really, everything is far, and it's really stressful, and it's so hard to go from one place to another place.
Yes, it is. It's massive.
Yeah, and I think it can be Paris.
Paris?
Yeah.
Over Milan. You'd take Paris over Milan.
No, I was in Milan as well, but I prefer Paris.
Okay, so Paris number one.
Yeah.
So what shows did you get? How did you do? Was it an immediate thing that you started working immediately during the show weeks? And what was the highlight? What was the peak of all of the shows that you've done so far?
I start from same exclusive for Givenchy.
Okay, so this is your start.
Yeah.
You started.
Yeah.
Your first show
Yes.
was an exclusive
For
Givenchy.
Yeah.
And who was designing that at the time?
Ricardo Tisci. It was
Oh,
his
shit.
last show.
It was his last show?
Yeah.
You were lucky enough to do his last show as well.
Yeah. It was
That's so nice. So
incredible.
how did that happen? Who cast you in that?
Patrizia Pilotti.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was really stressful because I did the looks before at night, like all night, and I came home like at 2 a.m. maybe, and after my agency called me again and said you should come back to the looks. I was in the car, and after they called me and said that no, they don't need you, so it was like this. I didn't sleep all night before, and the show should be like next day, right? And I didn't get the fitting, so it was so weird. But I heard a lot of models didn't have it, and the fitting should be like in the early morning, and I really waited so long, but was already maybe 9 a.m. but I didn't get anything. I was super like upset. I thought that no, it's not this time. But after like around 11 or 12, they called me and said, you should go to the fitting, and after, if they will confirm you, you will go straight to the makeup and hair. And yes, I tried like maybe 2 looks, and I didn't know that like they confirm me or not. I wait, and after my agency called me and said, yes, you will do it.
So
And
nice.
it was so exciting.
What a
and
great
super
way
happy.
to start.
Yeah, I know.
And then did things happen accordingly afterwards?
Yeah.
One thing led to another?
Yeah, after I did Miu Miu
Oh, nice.
and Valentino and some good shows. And next couture, after this season, I start from Margiela. I opened the show.
You did! You opened a show for
Yeah.
John freaking Galliano at Martin.
First time, yeah.
Oh my God! What a great way to to open a show. I mean, what a great person to open a show for.
Yeah. What?
What a great designer what a great house, Margiela, and a great designer, John Galliano,
Yeah, exactly.
to open a show for.
Yeah. I'm working with them, like, I'm still working with them now, like, for some looks and with John, and we're like a family. I like them a lot. The Alexis, the stylist, and the John, they're amazing people. And then I'm in Paris, I always can come like just a, like a friend. So
That's
it's
so
so
good,
nice.
Anastasia.
Yeah.
Because I know John's past, and a lot of the themes of his work were romantic Russian princesses.
Mm-hmm.
He's very much in touch with that kind of folkloric background in Asia and Russia and those kinds of things. So I'm not surprised that he thought that you looked so good for it.
He said that I like your profile.
Yeah, that always helps.
Yeah, because it's like something like not straight, but
Yes, you've got a bump, an aquiline nose.
yeah,
That's so
like
cool.
a Greek or
Yes, that's so nice. So, what do you love about the job, and what don't you love about it?
I like traveling a lot. I really like meet people. I like to talk with people and have some good friends. And now I have so many friends that I've never had it in Moscow. I had just 1 or maybe 2, but here I have a lot, and I'm so happy about that. And I really like these feelings in the runway, in the shootings, and this atmosphere and people in fashion. And one thing I don't like is, of course, to be away from home and always like I can be like alone for 4 or 5 months. And of course, it's super hard. And
what about your love life? Is that as good as your social life, your love life, boyfriends, girlfriends, whatever?
I had a boyfriend, and it was super hard be together because the distance. He
was in
from,
Moscow?
No, he was from Germany.
Oh.
I was from, we met
Where
in
did
Paris.
you meet? Yes, as he was a model?
Yes, he is.
Okay, was that your first boyfriend? Your first big love affair?
First love. Yeah.
First love?
Yeah, real love. But I can't come to Germany, or he can't come to New York or to Moscow, and that was a problem. But now we are friends, just like...
So hang on, how did love not conquer all? How did it not work out if you loved him and he loved you? How could you not make it work?
Because I think it's impossible to be in the distance for like 4 or 5 months and met just like for 1 week and after have a big break again. So it's really important to have a contact, and I think it's...
Yeah, you need to be in the same...
in the same town, because I really can't say there I'm staying. Like now I'm based in New York, but before I lived between Moscow and Paris and sometimes Milan, and I can't say that there I'm living at all. So now maybe I will stay in New York for a long time, but you never know. Okay,
so this is quite a substantial journey we're talking about here in terms of years. You were 14 and now you're 20, so that's 6 years in the business.
Yeah.
What's the dream achievement in fashion for you today? What would be the absolute dream job?
Victoria's Secret.
it's always fucking Victoria's Secret.
Yes.
It doesn't matter how cool the girl and what amazing designers they've worked for. It's Victoria's Secret every time.
I can explain because I think these girls, their motivation, and they like Isabelle Goulart, right? And I really like her a lot, or
Yes.
Romy Stride, or Adriana Lima, and they are amazing. They're super, like, I always watch their like life stories, and Adriana, she's doing boxing like a lot, like crazy, and I saw her in one, we trained together in one studio in New York, and she was great. And I really, I feel that I can be like a person who can motivate someone to do like big things, and I really want to show it, and I think that Victoria's Secret can help me to do it.
Is the best platform for that.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be working with Stephen Meisel for American Vogue.
Of course I want. Of course.
Is that number 2? No, it's not.
No.
What would be number 2?
No.
If Victoria's Secret's the ultimate dream, what would be another one? Another job, another campaign, another...
I think it can be Marc Jacobs' campaign, because I was very close.
Oh.
Yes, I had an option, but after my show and my first season, but it didn't.
It didn't happen. But you would like that to happen now.
Of course. And I want to be maybe like a face of Parfum, or to do the beauty campaign or something like Tom Ford, or
Yes?
Yeah, or Chanel.
That's amazing. So why would I book you? Why would I give you a job? What is it about you that, apart from the obvious?
Because I can do something very like new, really new, that the girls can't do. Like, because I really feel like that I have a lot of energy, I have a lot of power, and I can do.
Anastasia, you just sold me. That's all we need to know, because ultimately it's the willingness of the model to give of herself, which is the job itself. That is, for me, the definition of the job of a model. So that enthusiasm and wanting to bring that energy in the pursuit of making a good picture, telling a great story or whatever, is you understand it. And so that's great. And then the energy to do that as well, and the love of doing it, because you can't really fake that.
Of course.
You have to be a giver.
Yeah.
And you are a giver because you want to give and inspire and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
And so everything else happens quite naturally as a result. So it's no wonder you're doing so well. Let me have a quick look at your book.
Yeah, of course.
Let's do it. Do you want to access it for me?
Yes, sure.
Nice. Now, I looked at this picture when Anastasia first showed me the book very quickly when she came in. And I hope you're not blowing out. You look a bit fried. Let me look through the viewfinder. But if you see this picture, she looks Latina or Italian or whatever, but there's an olive-skinned looking girl here and doesn't look like her. But that's a good thing because it shows versatility. Oh, wow, yeah. You come across definitely... It's a world face, which is good.
Thank you.
And of the time, which is obviously very good. And most of it is Paris, do you think?
No, it was New York.
Oh, no, Russia too.
This is Russian Vogue.
Russian Vogue?
But we did it in
Was
New
that
York.
exciting to do Russian Vogue for your parents? And there's a nipple. We have to show that, free the nipple. What did your parents think?
They like it.
This was... They like it. Nipple and all. They liked it because it was fucking Russian Vogue, and that is the biggest mark of success for their daughter Anastasia.
Yeah, they bought 5
bought
magazines
from the corner store or the supermarket or wherever these things were bought.
Yes.
You're so lucky to have had that experience, Anastasia.
I'm so happy.
Your mum and dad must have been so proud.
Yeah, I'm really
Congratulations.
Happy. Thank you.
That's a dream come true, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Wonderful. That's a lovely picture too.
And I will show you one more.
Go on.
Secret one.
Oh, there's a secret
From the
one?
backstage. That's me too.
Wicked.
Yes.
I like that look.
Me too.
Yes, stalking and very kind of creature-like. I like it.
Maybe once I will cut it.
You look so cool. You're such a cool girl. Oh yes, it's short. It's a wig.
Yeah.
It's a wig.
Yeah, it's just a wig.
You look so good with short hair.
Thank you.
Do you think it's more versatile to have long hair?
I really want it.
I really want it.
Yeah.
Can you just chop it off?
No?
Yeah, why
Bring
not?
this.
Exactly. We do it right here, right now. That's cool. I think you look really cool like that. Do you feel cool
Different.
like
Yeah,
that?
I feel so cool. And I asked
Yeah.
my agency, but we'll think.
They're going to think
Maybe,
about it.
maybe.
Okay. So what's the secret of the relationship between you and an agent? What's that about?
It's always important to ask not about your jobs, like what options I have and what else, but just to be like a person and ask, how are you? How was your weekends? And yeah, ask something like,
Ooh.
how was your family? And
Clever.
yeah, it's
To
not-
relate as a human being.
Yeah, it's not only about the job. Like, there is my castings, there is my options, and yeah, it should be like a relationship, like friends. You should feel like that your booker is your friend.
Very clever. Have you had different bookers? Have you had, in the 6 years, have you had different agencies?
Yeah.
So you've learnt this through a process of elimination or a process of experience?
Yeah, but I switched my agency once because my booker left from the business and I can't stay, and I switched for another agency in New York. But now I'm so happy about all of my agencies, all about my mother agent and.
So
everything.
it was a different mother agent? Then?
Yeah.
So you switched mother agents as well?
Yes.
So how do you go about doing that? Why and how did that happen?
Because we have a lot of agencies in Moscow, but once was like the best, and it was maybe 100 girls in this agency, but just 2 people who control it. So I think it's impossible, like 2 people for 100 girls. And
You got
it's
lost
not like,
in the
Yeah, and yeah, that's why it happened. And after I met my mother agent in Paris, and he's from Estonia originally, but now he lives in Paris, and his girlfriend is a model as well, so that's why we met. And yeah, it was really, really nice, and I feel that it's my person, so I'm so happy.
Great. And you
Yeah.
knew that, instinctively?
Yeah, and now we can talk like for 2 hours every day, like a friend
Wow.
about nothing, but it's really amazing. Like then you can just
That's great.
be yourself.
All right, so Anastasia, you've got it so down and going on. I want to know what your your philosophy of life is. What is the secret to your happiness, and what is all this about in a very deep philosophical way? What does being alive mean to you? What's the meaning of life?
You should be the best of yourself and don't be lazy. This thing is crazy because a lot of girls, they're just at home all day and all night, and they don't go to museums, to cinemas, to workouts. No, they're just lazy at home. But I feel that if you're here, if you're in New York, you should move and you should go and do what you want. Like, don't be like shy, and yeah, you should say what you feel, and yeah, just be positive and
Yes.
be yourself, and yeah, that's advice.
And what's your happiest? When are you happiest? What is the ideal day for you? Show me what that would look like.
Okay, wake up at 6, the training at 7, and after.
What's the training?
Different. I like boxing a lot.
Okay.
In Rumble and some.
Rumble?
Yeah, Rumble boxing.
I like that.
Yeah, and maybe after workout, it's amazing breakfast. Like, I really like avocado toasts.
Oh, nice. Good.
Yeah, or some oatmeal or something that can be like super, super nice. And after.
And healthy. You
yeah,
look
and healthy.
like someone who's
Yeah,
healthy.
I'm eating just healthy food and no junk food, no smoking, no drinking. So.
And you never smoked?
No.
And you never drank?
No, never.
That's so good. Next, we'll get lunchtime.
Oh, no.
No, between breakfast and lunch.
Castings.
Yeah.
Or maybe shootings. If I have a
Yes.
job, it's great. And if I can do the workout before job or before castings, it's great because after I feel a lot of energy. And yeah, I'm super happy. I'm not like that, and just I want to sleep. No, after I feel more energy. And
You've got a lot of energy. That's obvious. What about during the day of a shoot? What's your favorite part of the process?
I like to be like, I don't know. I like makeup and hair, of course.
Yes. Is that because you like to be touched?
No, I like massage.
You like that's to be touched?
No, it's
They do a little massage before you do it.
Sometimes, yeah.
And that feels good.
You can relax and chill
Yes.
and think, like listen to music or talk
I
with
would love it.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice. And of course, the time then it's shooting, and it's you never know where we'll be, and it's always different, and
Yes.
it's cool. Like, and of course, I like to talk with like photographers, with stylists, with makeup and hair, like people that it's really nice that you can explain yourself, your personality, and they can talk about like everything and about life, and yeah, it's nice. And after, with a lot of photographers and stylists, we're still friends, and we are still talking like in Instagram or met somewhere, so it's cool.
What makes a good photographer for you, and what don't you like? What does a photographer have to do on your day to make you happy? What's a good model photographer relationship?
I think photographers should.
Your favorite ones, what are they doing that your least favorite ones don't?
Okay, the favorite photographers, they always said, "Oh, I like this picture. It's so cool. You're working great," and it's important for me.
Then you get feedback.
Yes, if you have a
that
good
you are
feedback.
loved.
Yes.
You want to feel the love,
Yes.
and that you're doing a good job,
Yeah.
and that makes you better.
Yeah. Exactly.
Positive
If I
reinforcement.
feel that people like me, and if I feel that the team is happy, I feel happy.
Yes.
I can give like 200%.
So you feel the responsibility in a way, do you?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes. So as long as they're happy, you're happy.
Yes. No, I can.
How do you cope with when it isn't like that and you have to do the job anyway?
I'm trying to smile, to talk with them, and to try to have a positive atmosphere in shooting, and it works. Yeah.
And it works.
Yeah.
So you can change the atmosphere yourself. You have the power to do so.
Yeah.
You're so clever. Anastasia.
Thank you.
I think that probably covers it. The last one I wanted to ask you question-wise is any advice for young models who might be watching this about how to approach this lark, this fashion game?
Yeah.
What you would like to have known starting out that you know now?
Okay, so don't be afraid, and you shouldn't think that the casting directors of photographers, they are like not humans, and you should just be yourself and be smiley, be shiny, have fun. Don't like think that if they don't take me, it's the end. So you should, if they don't take you this time, they will take you another time, and you should be always positive about that. And yeah, your time will come. Like, you just should wait maybe a little bit, and yeah, it will happen.
It'll happen. And this is the proof. Anastasia, thank you for coming today, for being so wonderful, giving so much of yourself and your wonderful energy, your shiny, happy energy. It's very much appreciated.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I'm so happy to. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.